Coach Dan here from Rise Above, and I'm here to teach you how to do a sumo deadlift. So basically, whether or not this is with a barbell or a kettlebell or dumbbells, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to demo with barbell, and I say just note that the form isn't going to change between pieces of equipment you can use, and I personally think that this is the more complicated version, but you can scale it down to, like I said, any sort of other piece of equipment other than the barbell. So how you're going to go ahead and get this set up is with a sumo stance. If you're not sure what a sumo stance is, it's basically just a wide-footed stance. You could go further than I am right now. You could go a little bit more in, but basically a sumo stance is a stance that's outside of your normal stance in terms of a deadlift. So if this is my normal stance for a deadlift, going here would be sumo, but find a spot that's most comfortable for you. I like to put my feet on the outside of the last set of the power rings as I'm doing this. Now if this is with a kettlebell, I'm just going to go as wide as I feel most comfortable. So let's go ahead, like I said, we're going to dive into this a little bit further, and the reason why I say that this is, why I'm starting the barbell is most complicated versus the kettlebell just starts out in front. You don't really have much of a choice on your grip. Now on the sumo deadlift, you get to actually pick where you want your grip. You could grab where you normally grab when you're doing any sort of deadlift. You could go more narrow. You could even theoretically do a snatch grip as well on this. Me personally, I like to hold my pinkies on basically that first, as a grip change into the smooth, into the knurled aspect. Now, your form isn't going to change in terms of your deadlift. As I say, we're still trying to keep a nice flat back. We're still hinging at the hips by pushing those hips back. The only difference is your stance is really wide. So let me go ahead and demo a couple here where I've got the wide stance. I'm keeping my back nice and flat. You can see I've got my pinkies on that grip change, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull that basically barbell straight up like I normally would on a deadlift, squeezing my glutes, bringing it back down, and then coming on back up. So let me go ahead and put this down. Let's switch the angle for you so you can see kind of from the side what this is going to look like. Again, setting up in my wide stance, and say dropping down, nice flat back through, taking my barbell, ripping it up and off the floor, squeezing those glutes, bringing it back down for another one. And don't worry about dropping that weight on the foot. Your feet will never come close to being hit by the weight as well. But that's how you do your sumo deadlift.